No.1 Sentai Gozyuger has finally dropped. Episode 1 is out now. It's out subbed. If you know how to find it, I won't tell you how to find it, but Google is your friend, and that's all I'll say there. But Gozyuger is finally here, celebrating 50 years of Super Sentai, and this episode 1 was freaking fantastic in my opinion. I mean, I haven't been blown away since the first episode, since Gates, and everyone loved episode 1 of Gates, and I feel like this episode for me, for Gozyuger, left a really strong impression on me because this episode mostly focused on the Red Ranger, our hero of this story. And being introduced to our Red Ranger Horu, right away I loved this Red Ranger straight off the bat. I mean, our first impression of him is him working in a convenience store where we got that little bit from his bio when he was first introduced where he can't keep a part-time job, and his co-worker's telling him to smile and he does this creepy grin on his face. They got a chuckle out of me. And then you have this scene where someone's trying to rob the convenience store and he fights them with a giant Jumbo Frank sausage, and like when he goes to stab him with the knife, he gets like the juices in his eyes. It was a lot of fun. Like that fight scene got a chuckle out of me, and then of course he gets fired. But one thing we learn about him is that he doesn't have any wishes and he's determined to get a job. Like there's this one scene where the Yakuza are about to shake him down. He's like, out of my way, I got a job interview. And then in the next scene he's getting beaten up by the Yakuza. So we kind of learn a little bit about our Red Ranger in this episode. One thing that is a mystery, and I'm sure it's going to get explained as the show goes on, is his past, because he says he made a vow that he didn't want to make any wishes, and we learn a little bit about his backstory where I believe we see possibly his mother, where she tells him that you can't make any wishes because you'll just be heartbroken and stuff like that. So that's why he doesn't want to make any wishes. So who knows where that's going to go, who knows where that's going to end up. So hopefully we'll get answers for that later down the line. So there's another mystery in this show that had me scratching my head, and I am curious to see where they're going to go moving forward with this. So Horu's got this co-worker called Natsumi, and Natsumi is this character. He's got glasses on, he looks a little bit nerdy, he wants to be the #1 musician, and he's played by Taya's actor. There's a scene where his glasses get knocked off and you can obviously tell that it's Taya's actor when the glasses come off, and he picks up one of the rings, and instead of morphing into Boon Boon Red, he morphs into Kuwagata Oja from King Oja. So it looks like there's going to be these universal warriors that they're going to have throughout the show that's possibly going to be played by other Red Rangers we've seen throughout Ranger history, but they're going to be different characters and they're going to be different Rangers. So I am very curious to see what we're going to get with that. If this is another like Black Kaito situation, I'm going to pull my hair out, because for like 50 episodes of Don Brothers, we were trying to figure out who the heck was Black Kaito, what was the theory up with that guy, what was the mystery up with that guy, and then it was a big nothing burger the whole time and we had a good run with it. Now, one of the things I will praise with this episode is the fight scenes we got in this episode. I mean, we got a really amazing mech fight scene between Fire Candle and Horu when they get into the mech for the first time. It's like an amazing suit mech fight, which is cool to see because we've had a lot of CG mech fights throughout the years, and having a classic suit fight with the mechs is freaking amazing. Like the fight choreography for that scene was freaking amazing, I will say that. And then when we get the first morph sequence in this episode, that was really cool as well. Like seeing the morph sequence for the first time was really unique. Like he slid down the arm of the mech, he does the clap, he draws the rings, and then he just jumps in the battle and starts fighting all the henchmen, which was really freaking amazing because the way they set up the fight scenes in this episode, like when they do sort of like the begin the fight, it's kind of like when a UFC match begins or a wrestling match begins, where they have in the corner this guy or in the corner that guy, and it's a lot of fun. And then when Horu as Gozu Wolf does the finishing move, it's almost like a fighting game finishing move, which it is with the graphic, because this is winner. It's like a Street Fighter winning card when he beats the shit out of the minions, and that was really freaking cool to see. And that was really freaking amazing. I'll have my reactions for certain scenes on TikTok. I don't know if I'll have them uploaded on here because of Toei and how scary they can be with copywriting stuff. So keep an eye on for that. A little bit of a cross-promotion there. But this first episode was really freaking amazing. I mean, you saw the mech graveyard at the start of the episode, which was something that was established in episode 0. And what's kind of funny within that first episode, or that first scene with the mech lore, is you have Bundario dying once again, which is kind of funny because Bundario died at the end of Bunja, got resurrected, and then died again within the first episode of Gozyuger. So that dude cannot catch a break. But that scene with the mech graveyard and you see all the different Zords or mechs, whatever you want to call them, looked freaking fantastic. I'm pretty sure they probably used either CG or most of the toys for them, but they looked pretty freaking cool, I will say that. Now, we're introduced to the villains in this show as well. We meet Fire Candle and Bouquet, and they're a lot of fun, especially Fire Candle, because he laughs like a One Piece villain. He's always doing this unique laugh that's definitely a lot of fun, and he wants to be the #1 savior as well. And then Bouquet, where she talks very polite for a villain, and isn't that threatening at all. She's like, just please step away, we'll take it from here. She's a lot of fun as well, so I'm very curious to see where the villains are going to go in this show, because they want to be #1 as well. But there's some interesting bit of dialogue that they say with Fire Candle, especially when he steps into the world with his mech, because he has this line saying, oh, this is one of the worlds that we created. So I wonder what's up with that line, because how it was subtitled, how it was spoken by saying, this is one of the worlds that we created. So I do wonder what's going on with that is for sure. But overall, this was a really good first episode. Like I said, we got to get introduced to our Red Ranger, see what he's about, know his goals, know his aspirations. A lot of bit of mystery sprinkled across this universe with the Universal Champion, with Tyre's actor coming in, meeting the villains, and of course at the end of the episode, we're introduced to all the other Rangers who will definitely be shown within the next couple of weeks, because I get the feeling that this is going to be another series where each week we're going to meet one of the Rangers and build towards them, which is going to be a lot of fun because it'll give them a lot of spotlight as well. So I love it when Sentai does a season where the teams slowly come together. It's not all 5 of them right away. It's the team slowly coming together, and I do dig that. So this first episode was definitely a lot of fun, and I'm definitely excited to see where this Sentai series is going to go. And if this video does well, I will continue reviewing the series. Maybe on camera, maybe not on camera, depending how I feel. But overall, Gozyuger, I'm really loving, really excited to see where it goes moving forward. And this series is definitely a lot of fun, and I hope they go all out when celebrating 50 years of Super Sentai. So with that said, I will catch you guys later. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, take care, and bye.